Welcome guys to the channel. So we're on our West Wales holiday 2025. As you are well aware, we went to West Wales this time last year, or was it September last year, but we've come back. Now usually I stay in like an Airbnb cottage or a type barn. This time I was persuaded, because I always get my way, to go to a caravan. Now I had my reservations because I've never really done a caravan holiday before, but I have to admit, Kiln Park in West Wales so far has hit the nail on the head. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you for a walk around Kiln Park and show you what's on offer. You'll see that there's a big field here, loads of places to play. This is just at the entrance. Just to the right you'll see that there is a car park, and this is probably if you want to go to the entertainment complex, don't want to walk. But I'll be fair, depending where your caravan is situated, it's not too far to walk to places. We haven't had to drive anywhere on site yet. I don't think we will, to be bitterly honest with you. So yeah, there's the main car park. But obviously if you were on site, you've got a place obviously to park your vehicle. So there's no problem. So as you come into the camp there, you'll see an activity range. There's like a crossbow and arrow type thing, bikes, archery type thing. So I'll go through the activities with you a little bit later on with the prices and that. There's a tennis court with football and basketball just over to the left, and this mad bungee type rope thing just by here. There's another big field, so if the kids want to play football or whatever type of sport with a ball, they can. And there is miniature golf as well just to the left, so you can play in miniature golf if you want to. And again, that's on an activity price. So we'll go through like the prices later on with you, explain our situation, what we're doing with the activity prices. I'll give you a rundown. And obviously there's an entertainment complex that I'll take you to. There's a shop. There's even a beach, so we'll take that walk as well. So yeah, so like I said, with the caravans, I was a little bit nervous, a little bit skeptical, because I'm not really a caravan boy. Been brought up on hotels and lavish dining and that, but it's all right. It's definitely all right. You obviously get my final opinion right at the end. So let's take a walk now, see what we can. Activity, climbing wall, that contraption. Got all the rules of stuff there. Just behind me there's a playground area for the kids. I didn't want to film because the kids playing there. So straight away at the entrance, you can see that there's a lot of stuff to do so far. This is currently June the 24th. As if you've seen previous videos, you'll know that we don't go in school times. We try to get here when it's less busy, partly for my daughter and partly for me. I don't like people too much. So when it's quieter, I'm a lot more relaxed, a lot more chilled out. And this is an ideal time. The weather's not great at the moment. I think it's only about 17 degrees. We've had a little bit of rain, unusual, because usually we come in June around this time and it is sunny. But it's very windy. But today's a little bit of a wet one. So, but there are things to do indoors, so let's keep walking. There you see the different areas of the park for the caravans. So there's a hell of a lot of choice here for getting in. It's a typical Haven. Well, I say typical, I wouldn't have a clue, to be bitterly honest with you, but there is a lot of caravans here, different standards, different grades. So you've got an outdoor pool. You see the times there. A little bit chilly for pooling today, but you can imagine in the summer that's an amazing place to go. So weekdays 10 AM to 1 PM hour break and then 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. You've got to have your rules. We've always got rules to follow in this world that we live in. Of the entertainment complex, then you've got Cook's traditional fish and chips. We've had one and it was absolutely lush. Good chips. Feed the family deal, midweek treats, happy meal. But it was a good meal. The fish was nice. I didn't have fish, I had sausage. Sausage was good. The chips were good as well. So it's like a typical sort of chippy that you get at home. But yeah, it was very, very good. So we're going to go into the complex now. I'll show you what they've got, the entertainment and all that lot. Found a little quiet area up in the marina bar because the bar's not open, no one's up here. Happy days. Very difficult to film in a holiday park because there's a lot of children around. Obviously it's not busy, but there are kids around, so I'm trying to scoot through without getting any kids. So as you saw when you come in, there's an arcade. We've had a little go on the arcade, and do you know there was one of those drop things that come down as £5 a go. Now I know that they're rigged not to win. Five quid. And it weren't an exciting present. So yeah, so as you come in, the swimming pools are to the left up the stairs. Obviously I didn't go and film that because I'll probably end up in Tenby jail. I don't want that. Miss Millie's cookies is there. We had a pack of 4 the other day with coffees. Comes about, I think it was about 10 quid, which wasn't too bad. Miss Millie's cookies are lush, especially when they're hot. You come around the corner there, you've got Burger King and Papa John's. Now, I'll show you how the app works, because if you're in the Caravan, you can actually have this delivered to the Caravan. You don't have to go. You can, if you want, go and pick it up. You can even get it collection, so you can set it for the time to be collected and go and pick it up, or they will deliver it. It's £3 a delivery. It's not too bad if you don't want to start walking back and the food being cold, so we've used the delivery. Burger King's Burger King, Papa John's is Papa John's. You know, the food is what it is, but it's just there. There's a Harbour Lights restaurant as well. You can't get that delivered. I think, you know, when you get to the table, you can have a collection, so it'll come to the table. Now, what it said on the sign down there was, I think it was tables 41 to 50 something is dog friendly. Now, we've got a dog in our party, so that's really handy to go in if you've got a dog. There's a terrace area as well, which you can take if you've got an animal. So that's pretty cool. I don't think we're going to eat in Harbour Lights, only because Gracie's at that stage. She's 10 years old. Her food is she's very fussy with her food, but I think we might have a breakfast here, maybe. I don't know yet. But I'll tell you something, the only thing I found with this entertainment complex, it is very hot, very warm, and I can only assume that's the indoor swimming pool coming down. It's warm. But we're doing well for food here. We've had a Burger King, we've had a chippy, both good. Burger King was as it was. I've probably put it on the screen by now, the menu for the chippy. I'll also show you how the app works. Now, I'll go through the Caravan later on. We've booked it privately. We haven't gone through Haven, so you can't log into the app because you haven't got a Haven login, but you can still use the app for deliveries and stuff, which is really good. I'm so glad they do a delivery. I don't mind paying £3. I think we're going to have a Papa John's delivered at some point. Like I said, Harbour Lights, is it maybe yes and a no? I'm not sure as of yet the plan. But as I was saying, so far, so good. I was sceptical, only because I've never really had a caravan holiday. And I think I'm probably thinking back to the 60s, 70s, what they were like. Like my old man telling me that they had to bathe, to have a wash, you'd have to go to the centre. Totally different. The caravan's small, it's cosy. Oh my God, it's cosy. But it's nice, it's very nice. Obviously the caravan we've got, I'll give you a little review on that, because there are some issues that I found, and some obviously good points. But I think it's because of the time of the year that we've come to Kiln. Kiln's in West Wales, if you hadn't figured that out. It's like a 20-minute walk to Tenby. Now, I was going to drive to Tenby and obviously pay car park charges, but I'm thinking now, 20-minute walk. So we'll leave the entertainment complex in a couple of minutes. I'll then take you over to the mini market. The mini market is Nissa, so I won't take you around the food. If you've been to a Nissa, you get it. But they've got a little souvenir shop. 80% of the souvenirs are like plastic toys and stuff like that. But I'll show you what they've got, which is a little bit more geared towards Tenby, Pembrokeshire, you know, that sort of thing. Pembrokeshire? That's wrong. I'm only saying I actually went to Pembrokeshire this morning. But yeah, we'll have a look around. After the mini mart, I'll go for a walk to show you where the beach is. So the beach is walkable from here. I haven't been to the beach yet. I'm not a beachy boy. That's why. I've got to start using this as well. It's like 3D. You ever seen Muppets 3D? Woo! So yeah, we'll take a walk down to the beach, then we'll wander back to the caravan. I'm waiting for the caravan to go empty from my family, so we can do a little bit of a tour of the caravan. But would I come back here? Yeah, definitely. The caravan we got is nice. There are upgraded ones. Ooh, I've seen them. So, you know, if you're willing to spend that little bit more. And we went through Sykes. I'll put all the links down and stuff and the prices, but we went through Sykes, so we probably paid a little bit more. So when we're walking around, some caravans have like a sign with like a mobile number and an email address for private, and I think you'll probably save about 150 quid, 200 quid from doing it privately. So yes guys, this is the entertainment complex. Let me spin you around. Just by there is where the television is, so if there's any sport going on, they had the cricket, England versus India the other day, they haven't today, probably because it was a weekend. But I imagine through the year they show the football, rugby, stuff like that. So that's just by there, so yeah, it's not bad, it's not bad at all. So let's get back out into the wilderness of Kiln Holiday Park up by Haven. So give you a little view of what they sell, which is more aimed at where we are. A lot of the other stuff is a lot of plastic stuff, you know. And ironically, the kids buy all the plastic stuff. Overpriced shite. But no, there's some good little stuff for souvenirs, or as I always say, for the merch. So I don't know where I'm going now. I'll be bitterly honest with you. I'm going to try to walk to the beach, but I just got to figure out which direction to go in, because it is a bit of a maze. I do have a map, so bear with me. I'm going to get my map out, figure out where it's going the wrong way. It is quite a maze. I'll show you the map later. So what I'm going to do now is head for the beach and have my first look at the beach. Kiln Park Beach. Beach. The glasses that are on me, I would have seen a big entrance saying the beach, but hey ho. So yeah, gonna have a little walk. I'm not gonna go on the beach, Because sadly I buy very expensive clothing and I'm not getting me trainers on the beach. Look, I live this life. I had no idea that Tenby Golf Club is that close. Look at that, look at that. It's qualified. It's qualified. So yeah, Tenby. God, you could tell I haven't walked very far before. Tenby Golf Club. Just in front of me. That's quite cool. That's good to know. That's good to know. I believe the beach is in the distance. I had to go on the sand, and I did it for you. I did it for content. I don't walk well in sand, but I'm on the beach. It's huge. It's literally huge. I don't know what I expected. Once again, Mr. Negativity. Don't expect much. But yeah, it's absolutely massive. I'm going to swing you around a minute. Now, I don't know if you can see in the distance there, but that there is Tenby. That is how close Tenby is. So it is walkable. My concern is it's downhill, and then to come home it's going to be uphill. But it is a massive beach. It's bigger than Barry Island, and it obviously goes then into Tenby's beach, which is really cool. That's very impressive. I see now why people come here, because you've got not only the activities of the park, but you've got the beach as well, which, you know, it's unusual. It's unusual, and to get into Tenby with a hotel or whatever can be quite expensive, so it's quite impressive. You know, I'm not easily impressed. I'm probably more impressed with the golf clubs next to it, but hey ho. But yes, this is it, guys. Tenby, well, Kiln Park Beach, we'll call it, which would connect to Tenby Beach, so you could in theory walk along the beach to get into Tenby. As usual with the beach, I've been studying about, I'd say 3 minutes, and I already am bored. We've done it in the past. We've even bought one of those like metal type seats that fold up, and I sat on there. One side was deeper into the sand than the other. I was on an angle. It was horrendous. I'm not a beach guy at all. It's nice looking out to the water. That's quite relaxing, but I'm just not a beach boy. I'm not a beach boy. I'm bored now. I am bored now. If I had Gracie's energy, yeah, I'd probably be running around. But not for me, beaches. Not at all. Even lying in them, I feel vulnerable. But I can see the attraction. I can see the attraction. So let's get back on Kiln Park, guys. Look at this terrain. I walk through this terrain for you. Just for content. Things I do. I just realised I've walked downhill to get here, so it's now up a little hill to get back. Let's hope there's oxygen bottles at the other end. So the beach has been conquered. It's broken me, I'm not going to lie. That was a hell of a walk. I didn't expect that, I thought it'd be closer, but hey ho. So yeah, the beach is nice. As I said, I'm not a beachy person. I'm sure beachy people would really enjoy the beach. It's huge. Credit where credit's due. Good beach, good built, good beach kiln. So just walking back now through the maze of caravans to get back to ours. You can get lost so easily. So when you've got your route, stick to it. There's probably shortcuts everywhere, but I can't. I get lost and you'll never see me ever again. And when my battery dies, that's the end of the channel. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the walk back to the caravan, and then when I get a chance, give you a little tour the crib, my negatives, my positives, and that will be that. And I'll give you my overall opinion of kiln, haven and caravan life as soon as you can. See you back there. So welcome back to the caravan. So we're going to give you a little tour of what we've got, so you can have a butcher's and see. I'm going to put the link down as well to this caravan, so if you like what you see, you can go and have a look, check the prices, see if they're any good for you. As you walk through the door, straight away on your left you will see a 4-seater table, covered in mess of course, but we're on holiday. Then you've got your little kitchenette, little area for your kitchen and that. You got a cooker, toaster, the basics, kettle, microwave, and it has got a miniature dishwasher, which luckily enough we don't need to use because there's only a couple of us here. Obviously it's stocked up with pans and utensils, obviously what you need. Then, as with caravans, the living room, nice 3-seater, but quite a big 3-seater that you'll see. Then a little 2-seater. Here you got your plug points. You got your plug points for stuff right next to the sofa as well, which is really good. It's very warm, so we were lucky enough they've got a air thing. I don't know what it's called, I'm so tired after that walk. Television, decent size. Look, you're not here for the telly. Okay, it's got Kiln Park has got Wi-Fi, and there was a dongle here if you want the if you want the extra Wi-Fi. I will go over all of that a little bit later on, but this part is nice. It's nice. It is a lot of room, to be fair, you know. So I'm going to take you through to the bedrooms and the bathroom. So this is where it does get a little bit cozy, and this is where I think my head's gone a little bit how small it is when you get to the back area. To the right, you got your bathroom. So obviously you got a toilet, sink, and a shower. I'm not gonna, you know, teach you to suck eggs, but obviously there's not a lot of room. So you gotta be cute with how you're doing your stuff. To the left, you have the first room. Literally, it's a 3-bedroom. I'm not gonna lie, I've ended up in here because Gracie wants to sleep with her mum, which is absolutely fine, but I'm 6 foot, so like my feet are against there, and that is thin. That is a thin bed. I've slept well, so it's a comfy mattress, but look at the gap. Look at the gap you got there. It is impossible to put your socks on. Overhead storage is in there. There's also a cupboard here to keep your stuff in. But yeah, it is very, very cozy. What I do like, and this is probably the only part that I like about it, is the telly is literally above the bed. It's good viewing, but there's nothing I watch on Freeview. I won't show you the second bedroom. It's pretty much exactly the same. I'll take you to the master bedroom, because that is quite nice. So this is the master bedroom. So this is the biggest room of them all. As like I said, the wife and child have it. Nice double bed, got the overhead storage, 2 bedside cabinets, which is cool. Telly in a decent place. I always find some places you go to have tellies in the most weird places, but what I like, especially as in having to edit videos, they've got a little desk with a stool underneath, so you can sit there, do your stuff. The plug points are just over there, which is handy. Then you got a little thing there, and this room is really, really nice. I have to admit that I'm gutted that they've put me in the blinking in the prison cell next to it. But no, all in all, this master bedroom, and it's an ensuite. They got an ensuite. I haven't got an ensuite. I've got to cross the hallway. It is tiny. It is bare tiny. Turn that around. Look how far. It is small. But I don't have to leave the room. I have to leave the room to walk across the world's biggest hallway. So no, the master bedroom, really, really good. Really good. I like the desk part. Fantastic. All in all, guys, yeah, impressed. As with most caravans that you rent, you've got the outside area. Which opens up, and you've got a table and chairs. Take a walk around here. Obviously that's the walkway then to get you into the caravan. So this little area here is for us, so we can play games if you want there. And then my car is parked just there, so you've got your parking space. We're in a little cul-de-sac here. Car reversing into that space is an absolute nightmare. I'm not going to lie to you. If there's other cars here, you know, you're buggered. But then you've got that around you. Don't hear a lot from anyone else, maybe because we're in a good area. But it's a caravan, so you do hear more than, you know, normally that you would in your own home. But yeah, this is the Swift Province, number 7. And yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I haven't been let down. I don't feel let down in any way. I'm going to go through my negatives in a minute. You know, because it's important to know and tell people the negatives, because you've got to. That's the way to be an open book, you know. But there's negatives, there's positives, there's everything you need. So getting here from Barry, where we're from, pretty easy. Nice little trip, to be brutally honest. As soon as you come off the motorway, single roads, just really nice and relaxed. Seriously close to Tenby. Saundersfoot is like I think it's like a 10-minute drive, which is fantastic as well. We went to Pembroke this morning to go to Tesco's, so it weren't a trip where I was going to film, but there was a B&M. That was 22 minutes. But what was amazing was on the way to get there, I don't know if you've seen our previous videos, but there is the Dinosaur Park and Manor House Wildlife Park. They were like an 8-minute drive. We didn't realise it was so close. I'm gutted we're not going to the Dinosaur Park. I love that Dinosaur Park. So the caravans, let's look at the negatives first with the caravan, okay? So my negatives are really crap, to be honest, which is a good thing for this caravan. The Wi-Fi. So there's 2 options for Wi-Fi. Kiln Park, free. So we've logged into that. It's in and out, man. It's lucky if you can get an email or send a picture message through WhatsApp, okay? You're lucky sometimes. I don't know what it is, probably the amount of people that are using it, maybe where the router is for it. So there's no Wi-Fi in this caravan per se as a router. So that's been hard, because I'm a modern guy, I've got a 10-year-old, and she's in shock not being able to use the stuff that we use at home. And you don't realise until you don't have internet how much you use it. Even like checking the bank, because when we're doing the deliveries, and it's like, because there's like 4 of us, it's coming in at like 40-50 quid, checking that the money's there and that. So this came with an EE pay-as-you-go router. Now we turned it on and you could connect to the router, but it was saying there was no internet connection. So we're a bit confused. We texted the owner, didn't get a reply straight away, which is fair enough. So I rang EE and I said, is there any internet data on it? And there wasn't. And that confused me, because you're looking at like £40 to cover the week that we're here. We're here Saturday to Saturday. And it was like, should we be paying for internet? Probably not. Probably not be paid for internet. So the Wi-Fi is an issue, and that is a problem, because my daughter, and this is no word of a lie, she's 10 years old, and I didn't realise this, never actually watched normal television. And literally we stream everything, Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime. She was shocked by adverts. And the biggest problem we had was we turned the telly on. I'll come back to telly in a minute. We turned the telly on, Jurassic World was on, and she wanted me to start it from the beginning, and I had to explain that this is the 80s, 90s. This is the way we grew up. If you're halfway through a film, you're halfway through a film. It won't be back on. You know what I mean? So that's been quite amusing. The telly's the telly. So the telly we got here is run by a one-for-all remote control, which you get from Argos. It doesn't work. Or it works when it wants to. So you can't change the volume. You can't change the channel. So literally, it is like going back to the 80s. If you want to change the channel and put the volume up or down, you've got to get up and go to the telly. Oh my God, it's like 1986 all over again. So I know you're saying you're on holiday, you shouldn't be watching telly, but in the evenings, if you're not going to go out, you're going to have the telly on. Now, if your Wi-Fi ain't working, you're not going to be on your laptop or your iPad or your phone. You have to watch the telly. To be honest, I haven't watched normal free view telly, because we got Virgin at home, in years. There's nothing on. There was nothing on. It was exciting that we were halfway through Jurassic World. But that ended. There's nothing on the telly. You don't realise it because you stream everything. So, from a technology point of view, I think this Caravan, I don't know what they do. I'm not a Caravan boy. I don't know if they could can you have a router fitted? You add 20 quid on the price. I don't care. If I got powerful internet coming into the Caravan, I'm happy to pay 20 quid on top of it. So the telly has been a problem, and the internet. And it is difficult because, as you saw earlier with the app, where you can deliver food and that, you need internet to do that. So it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. The other negative I'm trying to find, which is good, I suppose it's just the Caravan's small. I'm not used to. I'm used to going into houses and stuff, but that's not really a negative, like the bedroom. But I'm only sleeping in the bedroom, and I've had a good night's sleep. I'm waking up quite in a good mood. So that's my negatives, guys. And if it's the telly and the internet, it's taught me that maybe I need a Wi-Fi pay-as-you-go router if we go on holiday anyway, just in case. Okay, that's absolutely fine with me. So that's the negatives, guys. The positives are it's nice, the Caravan's nice, it's within a nice area, the neighbours so far so good. You don't hear a lot of noise. Okay, you hear noise, but you know, is piss heads. I haven't heard anyone, arguing or anything like that, which is always good. So would I come back to this Caravan? Yes, because if we came back to this Caravan, I would buy a pay-as-you-go router. The other issue is the signal. So I'd have to do some major research on the signal, because I got Vodafone and everywhere I go I got signal. And unfortunately, sometimes your internet goes down to E. Not EE, I mean E. Under 4G, under 3G. So that's been a bit of a challenge, keeping Gracie entertained, keeping me entertained. Because I wanted to watch some of this FIFA World Club Cup just for amusement. And obviously no one wants to watch it here, so I was going to watch it on my iPad. I haven't been able to watch any movies, stream them. But for us, it's going back to the old days, and doing it. Will I come back to Kiln? So yes, I would come back to this Caravan, and I'd have to figure out the technology. So would I come back to Kiln? 100%. I don't think I would want to come in the school holidays. That's me. I'm just a nightmare with people. I don't like people. But it seems to be quite a little bit less people here, obviously, because the kids are in school. It was busy in the entertainment complex, but that was from a filming point of view. And obviously you can't get other people's kids on the cameras. So walking around, as I did that walk around, it was okay. It was okay. We've been to Saundersfoot. We're going later on to Saundersfoot. That wasn't too busy. So yeah, I think I'd definitely come back to Kiln Park. If we could upgrade the Caravan, I would, because you see the ones that they're sort of selling on the site, and you can go in there, and the bigger ones, it seems to be a lot more room, but the bedrooms are still incredibly small. That doesn't matter to me. That's not a problem. I haven't found it a problem at all. So yeah, so far, and we haven't even started our holiday. It's Tuesday today, Tuesday the 24th. We're finishing here Saturday. So far, my rating's an 8 out of 10. I'm very happy. Very happy with Kiln. I'm happy with the Caravan, apart from the technology issue. This is why the vlog's going to be going out next week. When we get home, But so far so good. I like its location. After that walk, I'm worried about the Tenby walk. I think it might absolutely batter me, but I'll drive. Tenby's so close that it's like a 10-minute, probably under 10, 5-minute drive here. So yeah, all in all, guys, Haven Kiln Park has got it's got an 8 out of 10 from me, which is impressive. I was sceptical on a caravan holiday. I love an Airbnb. I love having our own place, whether it's a terraced, semi-detached, detached, whatever, barn, whatever. But this has been quite impressive, and it's unlike me. You know me. So, guys, the tickets. So as I'll put it up on screen now, and you'll see. So you've got the 3 or 4 night break tickets, or the week 7 nights. Adult is £33 off peak, and peak is £55. Child is 18, off peak 26. So the problem we had was you have to sort of book the activities, and our concern was that Gracie and my wife, getting them to appointments on time can be very, very difficult. It really is, and if you miss your slot, then you miss out. But it does seem a bit excessive, like £55. We're not going to do the activities ourselves. We're going to be there for Gracie, so obviously I can't go in and spend £100, 110 quid. You know, so if you've got kids that will do the activities and you're guaranteed you're able to get to the activities, then it would be worth it. But just to play mini golf is going to cost like £55 to go on that bungee thing. £55. Barry Island is only about £2. Mini golf is about £2. So I think it's expensive, I'm not going to lie, to do the activities, because we're not doing enough. But you guys might do loads of activities. Absolutely absolutely brilliant. So like, my personal feeling is that the tickets are expensive if you're not going to do a load of activities. Like I said, the only activities we would have done is mini golf and the bouncy thing. Now the mini golf, you know, it ain't your Pirates Cove, you know. So yeah, it's for us a little bit expensive, but as you can make a decision. Obviously, we're in peak in June, so £55, it's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie to you. For us, 26 for the nipper, yeah, a lot of money. But there's the form, guys, to show you the prices for the tickets to do the activities. So yeah, make a decision from there. So guys, that is the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed the walk around of Kiln Holiday Park, Haven. I hope it's helped you. If it's helped you to make a decision to come here, then I've done my job. It's kept you entertained, I've done my job. I'm just doing my job, man. Please like and subscribe. Try to do as many videos as I possibly can for you guys. And yes, come see the next video. Thank you.